Welcome to Somewhere Through Time. This channel is dedicated to people who experience past life memories, those who simply cannot forget. Here, you can share your stories without judgment while remaining anonymous. Shall we begin? Well, grab yourself a cup of tea or coffee and, well, actually, it is the holidays. It might be time to bring out some of that hot cocoa. Alrighty, now, let's begin. Today's story is about a young boy named Matt. From an early age, Matt remembered vivid details of his past life. Over time, his mother Melissa began to piece together the mystery of who her son once was. At just 3 years old, Matt started giving vivid accounts about being a firefighter in New York City. Odd thing is, they were nowhere near New York City. Matt and his family lived in California. From very early on, Matt had been obsessed with firefighting. He would get up every morning and put his little firefighter outfit on. His mother Melissa had bought it for him as a reward for potty training. He would then grab his toy axe and pretend to chop down the walls. His mother asked him why he was chopping at the walls. He responded that it was because there was fire behind them. Naturally, because of Matt's obsession with firefighting, they asked him if he wanted to be a firefighter when he grew up. His response was, "No, I already am a firefighter." Matt even has his bedroom set up like a fire station. He went as far as to have 4 fire hats in his parents' bedroom. His explanation for doing so was because it would be easier for them to locate their hats in case of a fire. Eventually, Matt started asking for a real air tank and axe rather than toy ones, because in case of a fire, the toy ones would not work. He was very protective of his family. As part of his routine, every night before going to bed, he would put on his fire boots and helmet. He then would walk into his sister's room with a flashlight, inspect everything to make sure everything was in order, and then yell, "All clear." Only after completing this procedure would he go to sleep. Matt grew concerned over not being able to open the door in his room, because in the event of a fire, how could he save everyone? To ease his son's concern, Matt's father came up with an escape plan and even a special drill in case of emergency. Matt often made comments that made his parents laugh. One time, he told his parents that they would really enjoy the Christmas parties down at the station. He told them that one time they burned popcorn, so they took it outside and sprayed it down with the fire hose, and everyone laughed. He gave exact directions to the fire station. They even noticed that when he would talk about anything firefighter related, his voice would change and he would become very serious and matter-of-fact. At this point, Matt's parents began to realize that this was more than just some childhood obsession. It was definitely something more profound. In the beginning, Matt's mother found his obsession a little odd, but over time she realized her son was reliving his past life. There was no way that a 3-year-old boy could have this much in-depth knowledge on firefighting. He certainly didn't learn it from anyone, as Melissa was a stay-at-home mom and was with him all the time. They certainly didn't know any firefighters. As time went on, Matt began to give more and more chilling details of his former life. One evening, before bedtime, his mother was reading the book Curious George in the Big City, which shows illustrations of the Manhattan skyline and skyscrapers, which included the Twin Towers. Matt then pointed to the Twin Towers and said, "Bad men knocked these buildings over. Planes broke them, and I couldn't help the people jump because they wouldn't wait for me to get them. I was stuck on the floor with my breathing mask and used my axe to break a hole in the wall so I could get the people out because they were calling for help. I couldn't help. I couldn't get the people out." Matt's mother was completely dumbfounded. How did he know about the 9/11 tragedy? They had never spoken to him about it or even looked at any pictures. When news of Matt's story started to spread, he was contacted by Jeffrey Keene, a retired assistant fire chief from Connecticut, who offered to give his opinion on the boy's description. He was amazed at Matt's technical knowledge of firefighting. Jeff laughed when Matt told him he was not an actual firefighter, but in fire rescue. Jeff said he must have been in a fire rescue unit. Fire rescue are the elite of the FDNY. Matt also talked about getting a new fire truck because the royal one was wrecked and that the new one has a TV in it and a boat on it. Jeff said that he was correct about the truck and that the TV was probably a computer terminal and that some of the small trucks had boats on them because they do that in water rescue, as Manhattan is an island surrounded by water. Matt was sure that his helmet was black with a red stripe and that he had a picture of a wolf with a moon on his truck. Jeff Keene said that the FDNY helmets were black and had reflective tape on them so that they could be seen at night. Perhaps the most chilling part of Matt's story is his recollection of his final moments. He recalled running down the stairs in one of the towers, screaming that they had orders to get out immediately, when Matt told another man to go ahead and that he would catch up as soon as he got the people who were calling for help. Obviously, Matt had never made it out alive, which is why he was so obsessed with breaking down the walls in his home. He believed that there was a fire behind them. Matt was reenacting his final moments because he had unfinished business trying to save people trapped behind the wall. Matt's mother said that there was no way that her son could not have been a firefighter, not only because of his incredible vast knowledge of firefighting, but also because of his deep longing to help people. He is a firefighter deep in his soul.